What's going on, man? How you been?
Just chilling.
Yeah. You enjoy your days off, don't you? You bastard.
Uh, no, so this morning I got up and I started painting. I've been
Oh yeah,
painting the
you've been doing all
house.
that.
Um,
Not to
I
sound
yeah, I've
not to
been
sound
busting
like
my
a
ass to
rich
try and.
motherfucker, but I got up and repaired my pool.
Hell yeah.
Well, I went to work for a little while, but then our pool is falling apart and it's going to cost me 50 grand to fix it, so I just keep patching it until it
Damn,
falls into the earth.
that's how I feel about life. I'm like,
Oh
do
yeah,
you know
fuck yeah.
how
Literally
much
my
work
whole
it's gonna
life
take
is
for me to
just
fix this? I'm like, I'm just gonna
patching
patch it.
shit. Exactly.
Yeah, I was like doing really well, losing weight and shit, and then I'm like, I've been stress eating,
Oh
but
yeah.
it's really not like that. I'm eating that much either. I'm just like
Just eating
eating
the wrong shit.
like I don't even know. I'm not
Yeah.
like doing anything crazy either.
If
Fucking
it didn't make so much noise, you'd see me eating pork rinds on.
well, it's like I was doing all that keto shit, but I'm like, it's so expensive and it takes fucking like a
Dude,
lot of work to just
yeah,
maintain it and
we
fucking
uh we
yeah,
switched over to starting eating healthier, and my like I could shop for regular shit, the stuff we always ate, and do like $150 in groceries a week for like us and the two kids. And now just for her and I eating healthier, it's like $200. And then I'm like, shit, I gotta get the kids stuff too.
yeah,
So it's brutal, but processed foods, yeehaw.
I know.
So I did not do well hosting the other night because I got I got some things thrown at me at the last minute, so my brain went to those, and like I got up there and I just got all flustered. I also didn't record my own set, which blows. Um, and I practiced it so many times, dude. I was hoping to just murder, but it fell apart. Um, it did get me thinking though. The last person I saw murder was Christine O'Day.
Oh man, she did great.
Dude, she killed it. So I thought we'd give her a call today, see how things are going with her, because we didn't get to talk very much when she was there.
Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to like say she had a good set. I didn't even like
Oh, there
next
she
thing I knew,
is.
I was like, oh damn, everybody's gone.
Hey, Christine, how you doing?
What's
Hello.
up? How are you?
Well,
She's taking a
We were
break
just
from her geisha work with that umbrella in the background there. I don't know what's happening.
oh yes, that was my grandmother's.
Oh.
She liked to buy shit from other countries.
hell yeah. I could just imagine Carlton sitting next to a small pond, just twirling it.
That is things you should not imagine, son.
Hey man, don't call me son. That makes us weird. That makes us weird. Yeah, son.
How you been? What's going
Very,
on?
very good.
Yeah?
All right. Enjoying the cicadas.
Ugh.
Hell yeah.
Actually, you know what? Everybody keeps posting videos and shit. I haven't seen a single one. Like normally my yard is like chock full of them. I think mine are on the different timetable or something.
They're very loud here, and I can already see the little bodies. And I see people posting like things that they make out of the shells, and I really want to make a flower crown out of the shells.
I thought somebody I saw did like a recipe where as they're coming out of those shells, they capture them and put them in noodles and shit.
Dude, yeah, I sent that
What
to
the
Michelle the
hell?
other day. I saw like somebody was cooking with them and I was like, ew, that's gross.
I mean, when the sky closes up and we're all fucked, it's going to be insects we can eat. So, be a great keto plan though for you there, Deez.
No, no.
No.
Or are you doing keto?
Yeah, I've been trying, but I've been really depressed lately and contemplating life, so I've been stress eating snacks and candies. Which
Mhm.
doesn't help. So like so the month of May is never fun because that's like the month that my dad passed away. And
Yeah.
like my stepson's birthday is like the day before my dad died. So we had all this like candy and sodas and shit. So I've just been emotionally eating everything that was left from the party over the last couple of weeks. Now there's no sodas left, so I'm straight. Like I don't have to worry about sodas anymore because I just won't buy them. But I've been eating a lot. I got that grill, so I've just been eating burgers and hot dogs aggressively
Nice.
to work through the emotions that I have yet to deal with.
So, instead of checking on you, Christine, we're going to be doing an intervention here for Nick and his fatty food. Holy shit. So you've got some stuff coming up, right? I saw on your Facebook you got some shows coming up and stuff.
Oh yeah, this weekend I have some shows. I'm actually going to be at the Improv for the first time.
Oh
Pretty
shit!
Which improv? DC?
The DC one, yeah.
Sweet.
Fuck
This
yeah!
is my first time at
Congrats.
any improv.
Yeah, well,
That
some
rules.
people
Congrats.
just say improv, so I don't know. Yeah, that is awesome.
Who are you working with?
It's a showcase, so it's
Word.
going to be. It's me, Winston, Wendy Rubleski, Sean Savoy, Sarum Russell. I think that's everybody. So yeah, very exciting.
Well, before
That's
we give you a
awesome.
call, Deez and I were talking about how we've seen you murder the past couple times, which
Yeah.
was fantastic, by the way.
No, that show that we did at Salmon, I didn't even get it. I was telling Carlton, I didn't get a chance to tell you, but I was like, damn, she crushed.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That was a wonderful night. I loved that.
Yeah.
Well, not for
ruled.
everybody, but
Oh yeah. Well,
I had fun. I was so
I know.
stressed out about going back on stage. I was like, I'm just gonna drink before I go on.
Yeah,
And then
that's
it
actually my
continued
downfall
afterwards.
recently too, is I do that and then I'm like, yeah, that'll calm my nerves. And then I get way past the point of no return. And then I'm like, fuck, I've forgotten everything I'm supposed to say.
Oh, see, I'll sometimes get tipsy before I perform, but for the most part, I drink afterwards.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I did a set and now I'm gonna get wrecked as a treat because I did a good job.
Now,
Yeah.
do you get wrecked if you do a good set or a bad set,
No,
or does
either
it matter?
one. It's
It doesn't
always
matter.
appropriate.
Okay.
It's always
As long as you've got the ritual down, that's what's important.
yeah, it's like junk food. It's like either I did a good job and I deserve a treat, or I did a bad job and I need to be consoled.
Medicate. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Hey.
that. It's a treat regardless.
Exactly. So, what did you when everything hit? Did you lose a job or anything like that, or you've been consistent?
No, I actually just lost my job. I was sort of late in the game.
They waited until after COVID. Be like,
Damn.
all
They're
right,
like,
now
things
that
are
we've
opening
used
up
you
again. I
up,
guess we have options on who we need to keep around. They're like, fuck it. Goodbye.
Yeah, it was some kind of, I got let go in the most DC way possible. The email that I got was that like there was a corporate restructuring of the contract company or something like that. So
Hell
I'm
yeah.
chilling.
that sucks. What? So when you came down, I think the first time we met was, yeah, that was the show, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Yep.
Was it Busky? Yeah,
It was the
yeah.
soft
That's right. I
open.
had you for
Oh.
Busky. Yeah. Before that, were you doing like Zoom shows or anything, or were you just kind of?
I had done a few here and there, but in DC, there was a lot of opportunities to do outdoor shows. Like outdoor shows started in July.
Yeah, that's when we started back at Busky too. So
yeah, so it was kind of like that happened, and then there was like a break during the winter. But like, I only total of the year of the pandemic, I've probably only had like 4 months where I wasn't doing comedy.
That's good.
So live comedy. So
did you do
yeah,
much Zoom, or were you?
What's that?
Did you do much Zoom, or were you just not into that?
I did some. I did a little bit. I sort of more just had fun with Zoom than like comics who used it to write stuff. I kind of like used it as an excuse to maybe like use a different voice or like do like a character or sometimes even use props. I use that as like an experimental way to like sort of let go of how I traditionally would perform, but then live stuff happened and I just clung to all of my old
So on
comments.
Zoom, you become the female Carrot Top, is what you're saying. Is
Yeah, a little
Hell
bit.
yeah.
I had a puppet. I did have a puppet at one point, and I made it myself.
Good Lord.
I'm proud of the puppet. And I always spent way more time making the prop than I did actually writing the joke that went with it.
That's the formula that works. That's what we do. Well, that's good. So, but you said you work the whole time though? You didn't have to. Are you frontline or were you frontline?
Frontline? No. I worked from home the whole time. We were working from home even beforehand. I'm a computer programmer, and the whole company, it was like a small tech company. We were all programmers. Okay. They knew our delicate little systems wouldn't survive being sick, so we were working from home since like February of 2020.
Okay. Well, Deez and I had to be face down in it for a lot of it. I do IT for the school system.
Not together,
so
obviously.
not together. But I had to give a Chromebook to every grubby little shit that enrolled in school. Yeah, children.
You didn't even give me one. He keeps making fun of how shitty my computer camera is, and he's like just giving computers away to everybody but the less fortunate. How crazy is
Yeah,
that?
well, some people have access to every phone on the planet and still choose to do this with a shitty computer.
I'm surprised I haven't gotten fired. That's like the honest thing is like, yeah. The other day I was just up there hanging out. Like I was supposed to be working, but I just kept cooking stuff in the air fryer.
Wait, you have an air fryer at work?
Yeah, we have an air fryer at work
What
because
the
like
shit?
a bunch of people I work with like went in on it and bought an air fryer for the store. So I just like keep cooking. I keep cooking sausage. And
I don't know
random
why
shit.
you're worried about dieting. Everything that you cook in an air fryer is healthy. It's a fact.
All right, fair enough. I'm cool with that. That logic works for me.
What did you say you put in it? Like bratwurst or something? What the fuck?
No, not
sausages?
bratwurst. I've been making like Jimmy Dean sausage links in there because I'm a
Domino's
huge breakfast
pizza into
person.
the air fryer.
Look, I will say
I did get a keto pizza and I thought about cutting it in half and bringing half with me to put it in there to see if I could make it work. But I didn't.
If
I
you
didn't
buy
have
those little
motivation.
shit like 99-cent pizzas from the grocery store, they fit perfectly.
There's a
depending
Lidl
on the
right
air
next
fryer.
to us. Yeah, there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Lidl right next to us, and everybody that I work with, there's one girl like went out and bought like 4 bags of chicken patties and just has been making those in the air fryer like regularly.
I mean, I'm a little disappointed to say I never thought of that because microwaves are shit at work, but air fryer at work would be the fucking bomb.
What sucks is our microwave and air fryer they're on the same
Circuit.
surge protector.
Yeah.
So if you run them both at the same time, it flicks the surge protector off.
That's how electricity works.
But I want to like heat up stuff separate from the air fryer.
You could always just plug it into a different outlet. That would be.
Do we only have one break room? I'm not. Fuck you, Carlton. All right, Christine, how are you? You know what? Fuck Carlton. He's a dickhead. You're such a piece of shit, bro.
I should have told you when we first called you that it basically turns into him and I yelling at each other and making fun of each other. So
like the fucking Odd Couple. I hate you.
Amount of Funko Pops he owns is already.
I'm trying to. I have a problem. I didn't have a great childhood and never got the things that I was always promised for holidays. Pops. So as an adult, I'm like, I'm gonna.
Dolls?
Yeah, I have more than I should. I've been trying to sell them, but I can't.
That's that's going to be the name of it. Fast Food and Funko Pops, the Nick Deez story.
Yeah, that'll be my fucking Dateline special.
No, you're just on with Chris Hansen every time. Have a seat, Nick.
Did you ever see that video when I bought
Chris
Hansen?
Yeah, I did. You were like the best. How much did that cost you, too?
Dude, it only cost me $50. I got Chris Hansen to fucking say that Addison was a piece of shit.
Was it like a Cameo thing? Where you paid?
Yeah, I bought it on Cameo. It was totally worth it. I waste money on things that have no value to anyone other than me. And I was like, I'm gonna get Chris Hansen to fucking talk shit about us for our podcast. And then it was totally worth it.
And then I got Kevin Smith to tell him to fuck off. That was fun.
No, it was fuck you, Nick Deez.
Yeah, well, I know. It's just basically the same thing.
No.
Working at the National, I had access to Kevin Smith one night when he was there for a thing. And I was like, hey, can you record a thing for my friend? He was just like, fuck you, Nick Deez.
Which is like the weird thing is I was like, there was anything in the world, any combination of words in the English language that I could have asked him to say. I just had him say, fuck you. Which I was like, yeah, that says a lot about who I am as a person. I'm like, I want my fucking hero to say fuck you to me. Carlton, can you make it happen? He's like, yeah, I got you. So it's like one of my biggest idols on the planet. I have Funko Pops of him sitting next to me, which is sad. And literally I was like, you should get him to say fuck you. And he's like, all right, I'll try.
Oh, Jesus. So now that we know Christine's doing concerned. Okay, we're talking about our bullshit again, like we always tend to do. So what else has been going on? You got any big stuff coming up other than the improv stuff, or are you just taking it day by day?
No, I mean, like, I'm looking for jobs, looking for a place to move. I like the idea of moving is really like making me understand all the like useless hobbies that I have, which was like pretty prevalent during the pandemic.
Please explain.
Okay, here's the thing. I like people think because I'm kind of quiet that I have like low self-esteem, and I'm realizing right now what a narcissist I am because like of the hobbies that I think I can just pick up and like will be easy. Like I'm going through my books and I found like at some point during the pandemic I bought like a book to like how to learn ancient like Greek, and I'm like, we haven't had a new Bible in a long time, and like I bet I could do that. Like I thought I could like translate a new Bible because I had this fantasy about like what if I'm the genius that's like figures it out. It's like actually, oh my god, actually God loves abortions, you know?
No, see, the problem is L. Ron Hubbard already figured everything out. He's the one who.
That's true.
What's crazy is like my parents, so my mom and my stepdad are Jehovah's Witnesses, and they have their own Bible, which is also very interesting.
Yeah, my mother.
Because it's like they took out all the like old English, like the ye and thy and shit like that. So it's basically just like normal people being like, yeah, man, God's out there, but
Sup,
this is what we
dog?
call him. Yeah,
And
pretty
Jesus
much.
was like, yeah. And I was like, nah.
Thou shalt not slide into thy homie's girlfriend's DMs.
I hate all that old English stuff. The King James, NIV all the way. That's my favorite one. I think it's NIV.
What see, this is how little I know about religion because the only religion I know was that. I don't know what is the NIV?
New International Version, which is considered
wow, you
like,
just had that on hand.
This is my Bible. Do you not?
I don't own a Bible anymore.
Oh,
I swear to God, if Carlton's got a Bible near his fucking his casting couch, I'm gonna be so mad right now.
Nope, hold on, son of a.
So mad if it turns out that the person who gets into heaven is the one with the most Funko Pops.
You're welcome. They'll let me in on by proxy. Wow, you have
Antichrist. Oh, the
complete opposite direction.
Complete opposite direction. I have the Satanic Bible around here somewhere, but I don't know what the fuck I did with it. That's what I was looking for.
The Anton LaVey.
Yeah, Anton LaVey. So here's my story. When I was like 18, my mother became a Jehovah's Witness. So I had 18 really good Christmases and birthdays. But my brothers got like 8 and 4, and then she cut them off. So that caused a big rift in the family, and it was right when I was graduating high school. So I started reading up on different religions because I found out Jehovah's Witnesses believed you shouldn't go to college.
Yeah.
See, all right. So you said that. I'd never heard that before, though.
That's the way they used to think. It was like that's like in a lot of the old books or whatever. Like the stuff I was researching. Excuse me. The stuff I was researching, a lot of it said that Jehovah's Witnesses didn't believe in college because it took away from your learning about God. So I used that and I was like, does that mean I don't have to go to college now? And let me talk to some people. So she went and talked to the elders or whatever. And they came back and were like, yeah, we used to think that, but we realized you can't get a good paying job if you and you can't give us your money if you're working fast food because you didn't get anything past high school. So and there was just a bunch of weird shit like that. So I read everything. That's why I have all those other books.
Lead you to believe not everyone's a good carpenter or a shepherd.
Yeah, so I just read up what I could on everything: Judaism, Taoism, Buddhism. I read as much as I could at the time.
I think Buddhism could work
Cliff
for
Notes
you.
wise. I wasn't fucking looking back for books in the Library of Congress or anything. I was just like, let me get the Cliff's Notes on this. So anything I could use to my advantage. And so I kept a bunch of that stuff, but yeah, I also like heavy metal, so I'm gonna keep the Antichrist books. Nick Deez, that's how it works. So are you religious? I didn't even realize. Are you?
No, she just carries a Bible around for good measure.
Yeah, just
in case Jesus comes back. She's like, no, I was just doing some light reading.
See,
no big deal.
I got it. We're good.
Fan club. I'm in it. I don't know if you know this. I'm a fan. Saw what you did there.
She consults the book for butt stuff, like when a boy's over.
Yeah. It's just in here in Crayola Crown, I just have yes scribbled over and over again.
The book says it's okay. Let's rock. Right, yeah.
Like, wow, that's crazy. Oh my God.
Yes, or Jesus giving a thumbs up.
The good book.
Yeah, it is. And I drew him as black, so it's all correct in here.
Totally cool. Totally good.
No, I was raised, my mom is religious, my dad isn't. So I like go every once in a while. Every once in a while I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna like take a meander. And I leave it on my desk here. So when I do, I can sort of, it's right there just in case, just in case I hear like an airplane crash into the earth, and then I can just hold it real close.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Start flipping
Donnie
through.
Darko. You're like, yep, if an airplane hits
Yeah.
my bedroom, you're like, I gotta be ready.
Gotta be prepped. Oh, well then all right. Well that makes me okay with you then. If you were like, "Oh, I am absolutely wholly religious." I was like, "Ah, shit." Well, it was nice talking to you. It's time to go. No, I mean, my thought has always been, if what you do makes you happy, go for it. As long as it doesn't fuck with me or interfere with me, by all means. That was the mentality I had with my mother, was just do your thing and leave me the fuck alone. But when you start like, you're doing things wrong, and it's like, all right, that's how people start suicide bombing. Let's not do that.
The judgmental stuff is something that always like I felt was wrong. But the one thing is that like sometimes I get like I've known religious people who are like, I am religious, but I don't talk about it with my non-religious friends. I don't try to like push it. I get a little offended. I'm like, so you think I'm gonna go to hell, but you don't want to bring this up because bad vibes.
Well, that's always been the funny thing about
ruin the mood. You're like, I would rather Christine go to hell than to like be kind of down.
Than mess with my. Well, that's the problem. Like with Jehovah's Witnesses, is like they only think like what, like 244,000.
144,000. What's crazy is like we would go to
anyone about that if I thought that it was limited like that.
That's
you guys are good. You guys just live your life.
I always used to like, I'd get in trouble with my mom because I would use that for my arguments on like why I didn't try harder as a person. I'm like, dude, do you understand the odds? Like, I'm not like in the front of the line. I'm not even like at the back or the middle. I'm pulling into the parking lot and being like, the line's too long. We should go home. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. If this was King's Dominion, I'd be like, the rides are all shut down. Gotta go.
Meanwhile, there's a line outside. I'm the guy outside sweeping up shit out of the gutter. Trying to have my afterlife just be a menial job. I always used to tell people that I'm not going to hell. I'm actually driving the bus there. Or I'm going to hell and I'm driving the bus there because I've got to have a fucking job. If I don't have a job, I don't know what the hell to do with myself. So for a while, I had 5 jobs. I was basically Jamaican. So
5 jobs.
Steve Jobs. Yep, I was doing my day job. I worked for the National Security. I did Uber after that. I hung Wi-Fi antennas in the city for a friend's business, and then some nights I would do load in, load out at the Coliseum from like 11 o'clock to 4 in the morning. Good money, but yeah. I spend outside my means, I think, is really what, plus, 2, 3 ex-wives, whatever the number is now. You gotta
72 virgins.
That's the one I needed to convert to. Son of a bitch.
Oh, hell yes. But the worst part is you don't get them till after everything's done.
Well, the worst part is I look like fucking Buddha. So that's
what I was saying. That's a good religion for you. You're already there.
Fascinating, where it's like the like what you want to get is a virgin, because like I mean I technically lost my virginity like fairly like in my late 20s, like fairly recently, and it's like it's not a pleasant experience. I was like an almost 30-year-old woman being like, ugh, like it's gonna hurt, like I want
should have been with Deez. You never would even have felt it. That's how that
works. Wow, dude, that's mean.
Boom! I don't have a chance to get you on these most of the time. You always
I'm out of your league, bitch. You can't get me, Carlton.
You bury me every time.
Yeah.
So that's all right.
I'm just trying to get prepared to actually bury you in real life. You're almost.
Fuck you, Nick Deez. I mean, I will tell you this. That is not terribly uncommon. Although, if you ask all the jocks at my school when I was growing up, it absolutely was uncommon. I can't believe you haven't gotten laid. I didn't get laid till I was 19. So, and then her dad walked in on it, which was fucking weird.
Really?
But yeah,
I
biker dude too.
Ooh.
One of the worst experiences of my. I think that's pretty much what set me down the course of just being a fucking mental case. So, but yeah, I had a friend who, really good friend of mine for the longest time. I think he was 35 when we finally got him laid.
Really? Was it a
Yeah.
prostitute?
Nope.
Yeah.
It was at a friend's wedding, and it was the bride's sister, I think, or like one of the bridesmaids or whatever.
That's where you got an older sister.
No, I think it was a younger sister, because our friend was
Really?
like 42 getting married. So it was
Oh,
like a
okay.
weird age. The ages were all over the place for this thing. So.
Yeah.
I just remember he was in the basement of the beach house we were staying in, and him and the girl were down there. And at one point, God, I haven't thought about this in forever, but at one point when we found out that was what was happening, so we weren't going to go downstairs, he sounded like a cat in heat when everything was happening. From upstairs, like on the second floor, you could hear,
Oh no.
like, I don't know what was. I think maybe she was doing some stuff to him, but so for years after that, we were like, oh, you lost your. It was, but we used to give him so much shit about it, because it was like, I mean, everybody was pretty drunk, so we're pretty sure it had a lot to do with it, but it sounded like a dying cat. But if you were just terrified for yours, that's a totally different sound, I think.
I am silent, dead silent, and I prefer.
That's even creepier.
I know. I don't know what's worse. Like,
such noise in the world.
Just staring into each other's eyes silently. You're
No.
nope, she's just staring at the ceiling.
oh, that's even worse. I hooked up with a girl one time while we were hooking up. Chopped was on TV, and she just kept staring at Chopped, and I was like, dude, are you really doing this right now? And she was like, what?
Well, you just called me dude, so yeah, I'm gonna watch TV while you're.
I was like, are you for real? Are you really watching Chopped right now while I'm inside you? And she was like, well, I like this show.
I wanted to make dinner afterwards.
But it was like one of those things where I felt like very self-conscious. I was like, are you not enjoying this? She was like, oh no, this is great. I've never had sex and watched Chopped at the same time. And I was like, that's not what I was going for at all. I was like, okay. My self-esteem was fucked, and then afterwards I was like, well, now I just want to watch Chopped.
Oh my God.
She respected you enough to not lie to you in terms of her enjoyment.
Yeah, no, she was like, no, she was like, I'm definitely enjoying this. I really am enjoying this. She was like, the sex is good and Chopped is awesome. But she was like, I have really bad ADD. So like, I didn't want to make eye contact with you while we're like having sex on the couch in your living room. So I just watched TV, and I was like, this is weird.
The more we do these and find out about each other, Nick, the more the whole picture comes together, I think.
Yeah, I'm a fucked up individual. Christine
we all
barely
are.
knows
Obviously, we all are.
But I'm like, man, I just air out way too much on this show.
Nah, it's all right. I mean, shit, if we don't do it here, we do it on stage, right?
Oh yeah, that's the problem. When I do it on stage, sometimes people are like, afterwards, they're like, dude, was very brave of you.
People don't believe you even have the stepkid on stage.
I still
can't
get over that.
Any of that.
I can't get over that. That lady legitimately offered me free food from her restaurant in exchange for taking pictures there, and then was like, "Did you make up a kid? Is that real? Did you make that up?" And I was like, "No, that's a very elaborate lie." But no,
I've made up more elaborate lies in my life to get laid.
I tell Carlton that I love him.
That's not really elaborate. Not terribly elaborate.
It took a lot of convincing.
When you write your stuff, how do you typically write stuff? That's the other question I typically try and ask. Is I'm always trying to get inside other comics' heads and steal their shit. No, I'm just.
That was a weird place for you to pause. Oh shit, my internet went out. I'm just really trying to get inside other comics. Carlton has left the meeting. You're now the host.
No, in terms of writing, I'm just always talking to myself, like constantly. So
do you ever learn anything new when you do that? When you talk to yourself?
About myself?
No, there's the joke is it's fine to talk to yourself as long as you don't learn anything new.
Oh, I've never heard that before. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
because that means you've got multiple personalities, and if you're
Yeah.
learning one from the other personality, yeah. So
No, I
at
never
least that's
learned
what my
anything.
shrink told me. I don't know if that's legit or not.
You've never had a shrink.
You've never had one?
Me or you?
I was asking Catherine. I mean, Christine, I'm sorry.
Cat.
I don't know why the fuck. Sorry, somebody that I work with.
No, I signed up for online therapy during the pandemic, and the guy didn't show up. So
What?
he didn't show up, and he messaged
Holy
me
shit,
like
that's a bit and a half right there. God damn it.
like days later, and was like, "I'm sorry."
Also, I just
I
realized
forgot.
that I did call Christine your wife's name, Carlton. That's
I'm
Sorry.
not even gonna go there. Yeah. We're gonna do the whole swap thing. No, I'm just
I
so
got
I
a
swear to
lot
God,
going on.
that is probably like that
he
is the
bailed
workings
on
of an awesome bit. Like I have abandonment issues and I did online therapy and he didn't even fucking show.
I've been not ghosted. Okay, here's like my most embarrassing situation of a guy not showing up is one time I matched with someone on Bumble and I was feeling extra like saucy, so I just sent him my address.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Sent him
What
my
the
address.
fuck?
And I was like, oh my God, that was so reckless. What if he like murders me? And then I was like, I felt stupid because I was like, oh my God, murder is actually being like a little too optimistic about this situation. Like you just never.
I don't even give my address anymore when I sell something on Craigslist.
My old guitar player dated this girl, and in the middle of them dating, she went to go visit family in Alaska, and then while she was there, texted him and was like, "I'm not coming back. You can sell all of my things. Just sell all of it. I'm staying here." And then they ended up being like friends, like cordial afterwards. And he told me that like we were hanging out one time and he was like, "Oh yeah, she's texting me right now." And I was like, "What does she have to say to you?" He was like, "Well, actually she's on a Tinder date that she met this guy. It was the first date and she was texting him from inside this dude's house on their first ever like hangout at all ever."
Wow.
And I was like, "Man, this is Alaska and it's the first time you're hanging out with somebody." I was like, "This is how you get." I don't know if anyone here has seen the movie Tusk, but I was like, "This is how you end up
Oh yeah,
as a man walrus."
Yeah, I was just about to say, I don't know how one would use Tinder in Alaska. It's like you have to set it to like 100 miles, and there's like two dudes.
I was gonna say the only way to use Tinder in Alaska is when you're starting a fire, I would think.
You suck, Carlton. You fucking hack.
Dad jokes, motherfucker. No, so
damn it.
When you
This
said
is why
that
you're
with
a piece of shit.
well, fuck you. That's why when you said that thing about the person leaving, just you can sell all my shit. When my ex left, she left a bunch of stuff and was like, you can sell it or whatever. I sold a fuck ton of high heels. But she was I shit you not. But she was a tall, she was 6 foot and she had big feet. So I sold so many high heels to drag queens after my ex moved out. Yeah. I made a fuck ton of money too.
That's so dope.
She's like, I don't want those. So you can have them. And I was like, what the fuck am I going to do with them? And I was like, I guess I'll sell them. And I think I made like $400.
That's hilarious.
Fucking selling women's high heels to dudes. It was awesome. It was a little bit, I considered it a little bit of reparations, really.
Hell yeah. When
I
my ex-wife and I split up, Carlton, I kept the couch, and then I guess she faulted on the couch. So Value City Furniture tried to make me pay them for the couch, and I was like, "Nah, fuck this." She left. She owes you for the couch.
You can have the couch and the stains. Enjoy.
Yeah, 100%. She was like, "Hey, if you pay for the divorce, you can have everything in this place." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I wasn't gonna let you take anything." She's like, "You can keep the dog." I was like, "I paid for the dog. Fuck you. Get out of here."
When my first wife left, she took the cat and like 30% of my DVDs, and that was it. Everything else was
all right,
mine.
so I think it'd be really funny.
Fuck out in that one.
I think it would be really funny in the midst of a breakup if you had like a bunch of box sets of like shows and shit to take like one disc out of each season.
I only want episode 4 from Friends. Yeah.
So that they just can't,
32 from X-Files.
They just can't go through the whole series and be like, damn it, I know.
She took some good DVDs though, like Criterion Edition shit, but then I just replaced them. No biggie. Now I will say this. If my wife ever watches this, she doesn't. But when the new wife moved in, I went and bought Hold on. I went and
hope
bought
you
all
call it
those.
the new wife just to her face. Just
I call her Mrs. Carlton every time I see her.
But I went out and bought the gold stars that teachers put on their kids' paperwork or whatever. Hold on.
You put them on
And
your nipples.
all the DVDs she brought, I put a gold star on the barcode on the back so that if it ever goes south, I'm like, this one's yours, that one's mine. This one's yours, that one's mine.
That's smart.
You're a petty
That's
fuck.
the up for people who don't have any money.
I just bought all those fucking DVDs again, and now DVDs are pointless. So,
Hey,
whatever.
Carlton, since she is in the teaching environment, when you guys have sex afterwards, does she give you a gold star?
I've never received a gold star. I've gotten a demerit.
That's because you're not good.
Well, Christine, it has been fun watching you watch us bullshit each other.
Christine's like, I'm just here to
Like, what is
help you
wrong with
mentally
these two?
lay through
Jesus.
this.
She's going back on Tinder to find somebody else.
Also, yeah, I love that she was like, I was feeling real sassy. Of course, because Bumble requires you to make the first move. I love that your opener was like, here's my address.
Yeah, it says, I'm going to make contact. Here's a nudie, and here's my address. Come over.
Send butt pics, address, click, send. And that dude was like, I don't fucking know what to do with this. I don't
Come
know
look at
how to
this in
go
real
from here."
life, motherfucker. Send.
It's very bold. I appreciate your optimism
candor.
there. Hell yeah. She was like, I'm going for it.
I've got the Bible on my table. I'm good to go. If he shows up and wants to do butt stuff, it says it's okay right here in the book. All right.
Yeah, the 3 B's: Bible, butt stuff, and Bumble. There you go. The Holy Trinity.
Jesus Christ. Well, Christine, thanks for getting on with us, and hope to see you on stage soon, because you always murder, and I'm going to have to murder Deez. So,
God damn it, dude. You suck, Carlton. Bye, Christine.
Fuck you, man. Bye, Christine.